Let's practice rewriting hyperbolas in graphing form. So just as a reminder, on the top here we've got the horizontal and vertical form of hyperbolas, graphing form of hyperbolas. A squared is always in the front. It's always equal to 1, but we can tell if it's horizontal or vertical based on the order of if the x comes first, it's horizontal. If the y comes first, it's vertical. And just in case you haven't noticed it already, this is supposed to be a minus sign because hyperbolas always have a constant difference. So that is a minus sign right there. So because it's always equal to 1, this 1, 2, and 3 will be quite easy. On this first one, we're going to divide everything by 144. So 16 over 144 is 1 over 9, so that's x squared over 9. 9 over 144 is 1 over 16, and then that equals 1. On the next one, to make it equal to 1, we're going to have to divide everything by 100. So we'll have y plus 1 squared over 25 minus x minus 3 squared over 4 equals 1. And then on the last one, we're dividing everything by 144 again. So we'll have y plus 2 squared over 16 over 144 reduces to 1 over 9 minus, this will be x minus 3 squared over 3 over 144 is 1 over 48 and equals 1. So let's do some that require just a little bit more thought. We're going to be doing completing the square. Remember, we can tell if it's a hyperbola if the a and the c term, they are not of the same sign. Whenever you multiply them, so here we have 9 and negative 1, when you multiply them you get a negative number, so they should be opposite signs for the x squared and the y squared term. Then you'll have a hyperbola. We're going to be completing the square just like we've done on all the other conics. So we're going to start out by putting the x terms together, the y terms together, and then moving the constant over to the other side. So we have 9x squared minus 72x, then minus y squared plus 8y, and subtract over the 119, so we have negative 119. But before we complete the square, we have to take out the GCF for each variable, so that way what's left over is just 1. So then we have 9 times x squared minus 8x. That's what we'll add in our box. Remember, that's b over 2 squared, so here we'll be adding 16. On the next part, we need to factor out the negative 1. So then we'll have y squared minus 8y. Negative 8 divided by 2 squared is again 16. Equals negative 119, but don't forget we do have to add over. We are not just adding 16 right here, we're adding 9 times 16, which is 144. Aren't you tired of those two numbers? We just keep using them, don't we? 9 and 16 and 144. And then right here we're not adding 16, we're actually subtracting 16, so we're going to do a minus 16. So now we have 9 times x minus 4 squared minus, this factors into y minus 4 squared, and then negative 119 plus 144 minus 16 is equal to 9. And now we have a problem just like 1, 2, and 3 where everything should be equal to 1, so we're going to divide everything by 9. So I have x minus 4 squared, it's over 1. If you don't want to write that 1 there, it's okay. Then we have 9 minus y minus 4 squared over 9, and then equals 1. If you don't want to write the divided by 1, that's fine, but this does make it easier just to identify, I guess, the a squared term, if it makes it easier in a sense, or not, it's up to you. Okay, number 5, same thing as before. So I have 9x squared minus 36x, and then plus 4y squared minus 16y, and then add over the 164. Take out the GCF, so we have negative 9 times x squared plus 4x plus 4 divided by 2 squared. That's again 4. Then factor out the 4 for the y's here. And then we have y squared minus 4y. Negative 4 divided by 2 squared is 4 again, equals 164. But we need to add over, since we added a 4 here, we need to add something over here, but it'll be negative 9 times 4. So actually we're going to be subtracting 36. And then as far as this 4, we didn't just add 4, we added 4 times that, so we added 16. So now we have negative 9 times x plus 2 squared plus 4 times y minus 2 squared equals, that all added up to, what's our favorite number we were just talking about, 144. So if I divide everything by 144, I will have x plus 2 squared over, so 9 over 144 reduces to 1 over 16, but there's a negative right here, and we'll get back to that in just a moment. This is actually not our final answer here, but then we'll have plus y minus 2 squared over 16 equals 1. Sorry, that's not a 4. 4 over 144 is 36. Okay, now this negative that we were talking about right here, remember in a hyperbola the negative sign is in the middle, the minus sign is in the middle. So we really just need to rearrange just a little bit, so that way we have y minus 2 squared first, because it is the positive term. And then minus the x plus 2 squared. Keep the denominators with their numerator that they had before, equals 1. So this is actually the final answer on this problem. Now let's look at numbers 6 and 7. So I have 25x squared. I don't have another x term, so I'll leave that there by itself. Then I have minus 4y squared minus 72y. Add over the 424. This x squared will just hang out a little bit longer, but then we need to factor out that negative 4 from the y term. So we'll have y squared plus negative 72 divided by negative 4. We'll get 18. And then 18 divided by 2 is 9. Squared is 81. But we didn't really add 81 here. We added negative 4 times that, which will actually end up being a negative 324. So we have 25x squared minus 4 times y plus 9. That factors into y plus 9 times y plus 9. So squared equals, that has a difference of 100. If I divide everything by 100, I'll get x squared over 4 minus y plus 9 squared over 25 equals 1. And then we just have one more problem. And I think I would like for you to do this one on your own. So work it out. Let me know what you get in class when I see you next. And I hope you're having a great day. Bye.